Have you ever had negative thoughts in your mind that you aren't good enough, that you'll never be successful? If so, you're not alone. I've had those thoughts playing in my mind ever since I took the leap to become an entrepreneur. It's a dirty, dark secret that no one likes to talk about, as the glamorization of becoming an entrepreneur is shown in the media. I realized that in order to succeed, I needed help. We all do. So I decided to go all in on myself, spending thousands of hours in the trenches, reading, joining groups, listening to podcasts, hiring coaches to develop a bulletproof morning routine for success. Join me on my journey as together we build our morning fire to ignite our lives as entrepreneurs. My name is Jeff Wickersham, and this is the Morning Fire for Entrepreneurs podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. I am so excited to have Jackie Johnson on the show today. Jackie, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome everybody.
So let's get into state. I know we just, for those of you not watching, we were just on Instagram live together, but let's go ahead. We're going to do 3 power breaths. So we're going to breathe in through the belly, up through the chest. We're going to raise our arms up as we do. Let's go ahead. Breathe in and out. Good. Another breath in and out. Final breath in and out. All right, I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. We're going to yell boom at the top of our lungs. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and boom!
Boom!
There you go. Love it, love it. Thank you for playing along, and welcome to the show, Jackie. So I eat, sleep, and breathe habits, morning habits, rituals, routines that set us down that path towards success. What is one thing you do on a daily basis that really sets you down that path?
I do my 1 hour of self-care. I wake up an hour earlier than my kids waking up, and I make sure my cup is full spiritually, mentally, setting up the goals and success or whatever I want to do with my clients throughout the day, products, farming. I set it up right when I get up. Well, usually after emails, so I'm not going to lie. After emails, I set up that 1 hour because I notice when I don't do that 1 hour, where my whole day just goes out of whack. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and I love that you're taking time for yourself, and I love the other fact of just an hour before your kids wake up, right? And I have so many times people are like, do I need to wake up at 3:45 like you do? And I say, no, just wake up earlier than your kids do so you can spend some time on yourself, self-development, all those good things, taking time to exercise, whatever it might be. And then you're prepared when they get up and you're in control, right? And that's so vitally important. So I love that. And I love that tomorrow you're going to try not to do emails before, and you're actually going to take control. So I'm excited for you to let me know how that goes. So I know you were an athlete. Tell me a little bit, and tell my audience a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey, right? Where you started from, where you're at now, and that road in between.
Well, it's funny because like we just talked about me being an athlete. So I really think that my entrepreneurial journey started from then, now that you brought it up, because I was a varsity track athlete and I was also the captain, but I also had the meaningless role as equipment manager. Okay. So I believe that everybody needs their equipment, their sweatsuits. We had cleats, we had from long jump, triple, all the equipment. I was in charge of that. That was something I volunteered to do. So I think it's no surprise when I went into retail, what did I like to do? I walked in a cashier, walked out a manager in that interview, and I like to manage inventory. I liked working with people. I like to be the lead. How funny that works. So at 19 years old, I had that great opportunity at a pharmacy to become a manager, and I'm 34 now, and I literally started off a manager, and I've been in a management and entrepreneurial journey because I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm still on that journey. So 19 being a manager, moving to another pharmacy, becoming more of a community manager, which means I had hundreds of people under me, multiple stores, transitioning into I've worked in fitness. I've had my own gym. I've had a yoga studio. I've worked for grocery stores, franchise owners, hospitality. I have worked in just about every arena But before COVID, I knew that I needed to stop working for other people. I needed to be bold and stepped out and do what I wanted to do. And through that whole journey, it brought me to this place that I am now. I'm an herbalist. I have a skincare line. I have a nutrition or wellness line that I do. I farm the majority of my key ingredients. And then I consult other people in the health and wellness field to do the same. So I have had a variety of jobs. I will not bore you with them, but it got me every single opportunity I got has brought me to this place to really step out and shine in my own sector. And I love it.
Yeah. And I love that story of, hey, I had different paths that I went on, different experiences. And if you're watching on video, you can see Steve Jobs be over my right shoulder. And I love his commencement speech when he talks about, listen, we try and connect those dots forward. And we want to mentally, but there's just no way to do it. And you just need to have that belief that looking back, and I'm sure you're doing that, these days, that all the dots connected and you're now exactly where you need to be. So that's incredibly powerful. And I love, the herbalist piece and the skincare and growing your own products. So tell me, I'm sure that was kind of birthed out of pain of what you saw and what you wanted to do. So explain that journey a little bit.
Yeah. So like I said, I worked in a pharmacy. You're probably thinking, how did I get from pharmacy to herbalist and farmer? But in that sector, I saw a lot of people with cancer, thyroid disease. Towards the end, saw a lot of my favorite customers die. When you see a lot of prescriptions and they don't show up and you're calling and nobody's answering. And then one day their son or daughter comes in and is like, hey, my mom really liked you. And I just wanted to let you know that she passed away. And you're like, man, like it hit me. But then on top of that, I had a health event when I was working at this last pharmacy. I had a head to toe rash, 70% of my hair fell out. And I started realizing that there was something wrong. And it wasn't just my health. I did went to the dermatologist, or not pediatrician, but the primary care. They couldn't help me with my skin journey. And then that's when I changed my degree at OU. Yes, I did the practical. I was like, oh, I've learned about herbs now. Now I know everything. But even when my skin started healing up, I started evaluating my life. And my life, I was newlywed, and I didn't like my attitude. I was a very negative person. I had a lot of anger. There was a lot of anger there. I was taking caffeine tablets and trying to stay awake. I was not resting. I was not who I wanted to be or who I felt I could be. I didn't know what that other person would look like, but I knew that person I was looking at is not who I wanted to be. And that is the transition that has pulled me, and driven me to do that. But I saw a lot of people die, people I really cared about, as customers. And then I saw what happened to my health, and I knew that I had to make a change. I knew I did.
Okay. So you had that health event, right? Where you had the head to toe rash, 70% of your hair fell out. I'm sure you were questioning what the heck is going on, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they run all the tests and they say, you're fit, you're muscular, you're fine. And I'm like, I'm not fine. Like, I don't care what that piece of paper says and it's above normal. There's something wrong. And then people say stress doesn't matter. Stress was killing me. Let me explain. It was killing me. I had actual hormone issues. I wasn't able to have children. I had ovarian cysts. I had breast tumor things. I had a lot of things wrong with me, but most people, they had no idea. And then I was working retail, so I put on the show. Hi, how are you? I was putting on the show, and then I had to look at myself and be honest. I was being fake and phony. I didn't feel like that. Not all the time, And that's a really hard pill for people to swallow when you have to look at yourself and you're like, I'm being fake. I'm being phony. What do I really want? I don't want to be here. And I resigned. I mean, I did resign from that position after my health event and all this other stuff. I left and I didn't look back. And yeah, I left a lot of money. Let's just be honest. But I knew that it was killing me.
Gotcha. So what was the path of getting past that rash, hair falling out? Was it stress related? What unpack that a little bit? Was it what you were putting on your body? Was it, what you were eating? All the tell us a little bit about that journey, because I'm always interested, obviously coming from the fitness industry and understanding, hey, what we put on our body, what we eat is just so vitally important.
Oh, it was all of the above. I ate trash, so I felt like trash. I mean, I was eating Captain Crunch, I was eating Twizzlers, chocolate milk, Yoo-Hoos, Reese's, whatever you can name it, I was eating it. I didn't eat things that were alive. I didn't eat fruits and vegetables. I remember going to the farmer's market and being literally lost and asking the farmer, what do you eat? What is this? I mean, I knew canned corn and canned green beans. I didn't know any of the other things. So I did, change my stuff topically. I started mixing things up at home, skincare things. That helped. I started looking at the detergents I was using. I was looking even at the clothes I was wearing. Like it was breathing, with my skin breathing, because I had the rash. I did a whole overhaul. And I think the last part was really, I realized my mind, as I started reading and understanding, like, cause I already knew about yoga and all that. I started going to yoga classes. And I love, the Yoga Works. It was in Orange County. It was close to my house, a half a mile away. I'd walk over there and I would take like 4 or 5 classes a day. I had the monthly unlimited membership and I got my money's worth. But in that sector, I realized that my mind, that was when the yoga really awakened that my mind, and I needed to start meditating. And that's when I really felt the full shift of the food, the nutrition, the skin nutrition, all of that fused together with, I'm like, if your mind's not there, your body's not going to follow.
Yeah, it's so true. And I feel like I have an example of just growing up, and my younger sister, I'm the oldest of 3. And I remember when she would feel a sniffle or something, her shoulders would slump and she'd say, I'm getting sick. Well, 9 times out of 10, what happened? She got sick, right? And we don't allow us to believe we have the mental power, but you totally do. And I think it's such a key component, as well as stress. You mentioned stress. I just completed the David Goggins 4x4 by 48 challenge run. And I love putting stress physically on my body, because then I can handle the other stress that comes our way. And so many times we live at 73 degrees to 68 degrees and we're not pushed physically. So our bodies can't get past the stress that we have on a daily basis, because we're not pushing ourselves physically and we're not getting out of that comfort zone on a daily basis. So it's just vitally important to be aware of those factors. Yeah.
And I like yoga, and people say, what kind of yoga do you like? I like Iyengar yoga, because you're holding poses for 1 to 3 minutes. So you're not just, oh, I'm on a vinyasa flow. Like, you're there and you're staying there, holding a warrior for 3 minutes, holding a plank or anything for 3 minutes, even holding a Tadasana mountain pose for 3 minutes. It's different than doing a flow, and you're having to be conscious of your posture. You talked about your sister saying that sometimes she felt sick and their shoulders would slump. I did notice in yoga, in Iyengar yoga, I kept doing that because and the teacher actually got a yoga strap and actually strapped my shoulders back, like roped me up and snatched it. And I was like, ah! She says, Jackie, when you do this, it actually puts pressure on your heart. So you actually are compressing your sternum on your heart. She's like, yeah, you're feeling down, but you're putting pressure on your heart. So she's like, so she actually would strap me up during the class. Elizabeth, shout out to Elizabeth, she would do that. And I noticed that just my posture was affecting my health, my mindset. But then when I am feeling down, I actually consciously bring them all the way back and sink them in, because I'm like, I don't want my heart to be affected, and which puts stress on the body. So a little tip there. Bring your shoulders back.
I stood up straight and brought my shoulders back a little bit when you said that. So it's just so funny. So tell me a little bit about Wildling Botanicals, that business. How can people reach you, find you, and really follow, because I love the fact that you had a life experience, right? You were working in the pharmacy industry, and then you made a switch, and you said, I want to follow from my experiences and give people, those products that truly help them rather than can impact them from a negative perspective.
So Wildling Botanicals, you can find me on IG, LinkedIn, Facebook, and wildlingbotanicals.com. All the handles are the same. And it's a variety of skin and hair care products. I do talk more now about scalp health and hair health, because people just talk about their hair being their crown and glory. But, you can't have good hair growing out of a poorly regimented scalp. That you can't be putting chemicals on there. Our skin is our largest organ. So I do focus on our skin being our largest organ and how we treat it. And nutrition from the inside out and then the outside in is directly connected. So so that's my passion, like one of my babies, I guess if I put it in that sense, really enlightening people and showing them that we don't have to put chemicals and things on our skin, because it goes so much deeper than what we realize.
Yeah, I think that's incredibly powerful. What's your favorite product that you produce?
My facial serum, because I grow the calendula flowers. I fuse it into several different oils. It's been on the news a few times and articles. So my facial serum I like, because it doesn't matter if people are younger and having eczema and they're saying, oh, I don't have to go to the dermatologist anymore because my face is cleared up, to older people that they're like, I just don't want to be all so wrinkled. So I get a lot of reviews on my facial serum, and I enjoy that product a lot.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Jackie. So grateful to have you on the podcast. Thank you for being the guest.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Rise, fight, love, repeat. Get after it. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Morning Fire for Entrepreneurs podcast. You now have the knowledge, but without action, knowledge is useless. Choose to act. Choose to step into your greatness and unlock that hero inside of you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review so more entrepreneurs can hear this message. If you absolutely love this podcast, which I hope you do, then share it up with someone you know who might see benefit from it. Become that beacon of change, and together we can impact the world.